In life, there's a fundamental truth that can prevent you from wasting valuable years: the difference between authentic desires and implanted ones. This concept is central to Stoic philosophy, which teaches us to distinguish between what we can truly control and what lies beyond our control. Stoics like Seneca and Epictetus emphasize the importance of knowing our true nature and making decisions that reflect our internal values rather than those of society or external influences. Let's imagine a young man who has just completed his degree in mathematics with an impressive GPA of 9.9 out of 10. His passion for mathematics led him to excel in a challenging field. However, as he progressed in his academic journey, he discovered a YouTube channel dedicated to medicine. In these videos, medicine was portrayed as an extremely difficult and demanding field, full of prestige and intellectual challenges. Intrigued, the young man began dreaming of studying medicine as a second degree. Suddenly, this new idea became an obsession, feeling that his life wouldn't be complete without achieving this new goal. He began planning with a friend about which universities to consider and how they could share a room. His mind filled with visions of a doubly successful life, and he sought approval from teachers, friends, and family. External opinions seemed to support his new path, giving him more reasons to proceed. However, as he reflected more deeply, he began to realize that the desire to study medicine wasn't truly his own. His genuine interest had always been in mathematics. He was about to waste years pursuing a goal that didn't stem from his true essence. From a Stoic perspective, this kind of dilemma invites us to reflect on what we can genuinely control, our own desires and decisions. Stoics like Seneca and Epictetus teach us to cultivate inner wisdom and focus on what is within our control while calmly accepting what lies beyond it. This wisdom is not innate, but developed through constant reflection and critical analysis of our motivations. Implanted desires, those that arise from external influences, can divert our attention from our authentic aspirations. Social pressure, popular trends, and the search for external approval are some of the forces that often lead us down paths that are not aligned with our true nature. To address this issue, Stoics suggest deep reflection and self-assessment, fundamental processes for cultivating an authentic life. It's crucial to ask ourselves, is this desire authentic for me? Am I committed to this goal in the long term? If the answer to either of these questions is no, you're likely pursuing an implanted desire. This young man, for example, realized that despite the influence of medical videos and others' opinions, his true interest and satisfaction lay in mathematics. By recognizing this, he was able to make a decision more aligned with his authentic self. Stoic philosophy teaches us that true happiness and fulfillment come from aligning our actions with our true nature and internal values. The Stoics believed that virtue and personal integrity were the keys to living a full life. Rather than being swayed by the changing winds of external opinions, we must have firm roots in our own principles. A Stoic practice that can help clarify our desires is contemplative meditation. This process involves setting aside time for deep reflection without distractions. For instance, you might try staring at a wall for an hour. Although it seems simple, this practice allows us to be alone with our thoughts and observe them without judgment. During this time, let your thoughts flow without external interference. Gradually, by distancing ourselves from external distractions, we can begin to distinguish between our true desires and those implanted by external influences. This practice can help you separate your true desires from external influences and focus on what truly matters to you. Additionally, Stoicism reminds us of the importance of self-discipline and virtue in pursuing our goals. Self-discipline is essential for resisting temptations and external pressures that try to divert your focus from your authentic goals. Another important aspect is accepting that we cannot control everything that happens around us. External influences, trends, others' opinions, and external circumstances are beyond our control. However, we can control how we respond to these influences and how we stay true to our genuine aspirations. Stoic philosophy teaches us to accept with serenity what we cannot change and to focus on what we can control, our attitude, our decisions, and our actions. Finally, remembering that time is a limited resource helps us value our choices even more. Every moment spent chasing a goal that isn't authentic is a moment we could have dedicated to what truly matters to us. Time waits for no one, and every decision we make impacts how we live our lives. By being aware of our true aspirations and aligning our actions with our internal values, we can live a fuller, more authentic, and more meaningful life. The key is to stay true to who we really are and not allow external influences to steer us away from our true path.